I'm back in beautiful Santa Monica after a tumultuous 2 weeks of legal wrangling over the screening of the Glamorous Lie at various film festivals around the country. As soon as my team landed in New York City for the Harlem International Film Festival, my PR team notified me to let me know that Charles's legal team was trying to stop the screenings at the Harlem Film Festival, the Atlanta Documentary Film Festival, as well as Salt Lake City Film Festival. I assembled my legal team to notify all of the festivals to let them know that I was willing to indemnify them as well as defend them should Charles proceed with legal action against them for screening the Glamorous Lie. Fortunately for Team 21 Yellow Tulips, the Harlem International Film Festival screened the Glamorous Lie, and we went on to win the Audience Choice Award because of all of the media buzz that Charles created over sending the cease and desist letters, but also because people were coming in and asking to see the Glamorous Lie for the next 2 days after we screened. What Harlem also told us was that we generated the most intense Q&A in their 7-year history. So for that, they awarded the Glamorous Lie the Audience Choice Award. So I'm very, very proud of that. What upset me was Atlanta and Salt Lake City decided that the legal threat from Charles and from Mark's legal teams were just too much for them, and they didn't want to take the chance of having their festival shut down, which would have meant the other films who were selected to screen would not be able to screen if Charles was successful in shutting them down. So there's a part of me that understands why they canceled our screenings, but then there's the other half of me that says, since I was willing to indemnify them and I have a First Amendment right to tell my story, they should have moved forward with the screening. But nonetheless, Atlanta canceled our screening, I believe, not only because of the legal threat, but because Charles is from Atlanta. His father is a city council member in Atlanta, and Charles's company's headquarters is in a suburb of Atlanta. So I just feel that they had more pressure than the other festival that canceled on us, which was Salt Lake City. So we moved forward, notifying the remaining festivals of these cease and desist letters, and also guaranteeing to indemnify and defend them. So next on the list for the Glamorous Lie was Sinfest in Las Vegas. For the next week and a half, we were told by Vegas that they would screen us, they didn't care about this cease and desist letter, and that they would stand up to Charles because they too believed in my First Amendment right to screen my documentary. And we get to Las Vegas and they tell us that they want to screen us, they're willing to screen us, but the hotel didn't want to screen us because they didn't want to get embroiled in any legal lawsuit over a documentary. Vegas had no choice but to cancel our screening because they were forced to by the hotel that was hosting the film festival. But anyway, we got canceled in Vegas as well as Salt Lake City and Atlanta. So I was really concerned that the next two festivals on the list, La Femme and the Bel Air film festivals in Los Angeles, would follow suit and cancel us. Mainly because Mark's attorneys were able to send a cease and desist letter and put in the cease and desist letter that the other three festivals caved, so they too should cave. But these next two festivals were run by women, owned by women, and they're used to being pushed around by men who strong-arm them. So very, very proud and very happy to say that the Glamorous Lie screened at both La Femme Film Festival as well as the jury award for Best Documentary at Bel Air. So we are 3 for 3 now, and we won awards at 2 festivals. We are getting lots of positive reaction from the festivals, so we're very, very pleased and proud of the work that the team did, the legal team, the PR team, as well as my staff. We just really kicked butt. I owe a great thanks to Leslie Lepage, who is the director and CEO of La Femme International Film Festival. She really went to bat for us. She went on the radio, she called all of her media contacts to let them know that Charles was trying to stop the film festival. In fact, when she received the letter from Mark's attorney, she said, "Oh my God, it's obvious that Charles is paying for this man's attorney, because everything in this letter is exactly what was put in the letter that Lisa Bloom sent on behalf of Charles Phillips." So she was right away on our side, and had been told when she first started La Femme Film Festival that she would never make it, and it was all these men who were trying to stop her from putting on her festival, and she stuck with it. And so by the time I came along, I believe this is their 8th year, she was ready for the fight. She was looking forward to Charles sending people on the day of the screening to try to shut the thing down. So she proactively stopped selling tickets once we sold out at La Femme for that particular screening. She put sold out on her website, on the La Femme website. She also blocked anyone from coming in who was not on the guest list to our screening. So she was really careful not to let any operatives through the door who could be working for Mark or Charles. So I owe a huge thanks to her. She screened our documentary. It went really well. We sold out, like I said, and we went on to Bel Air. I owe a huge amount of gratitude to Melody Storm, who is the director and president of the Bel Air Film Festival, because as soon as we informed her of all the legal wranglings that we had to endure over the Harlem Film Festival, Atlanta, Vegas, Salt Lake City, she just said, "No way am I going to let anyone stop you from screening your film. You have a right to screen it." And I grew up with people always telling me no, and so you don't have to worry. I'm on your side. We're going to screen your documentary. I wake up Saturday morning to walk my dogs at 6:30. I get back home, start preparing for the day, and I get a call from Melody at 7:30 saying, "I'm so sorry, but I'm not going to be able to screen your film. UCLA just caved. I want to screen your film, but we got to find somewhere else to screen it. If you can help me find a hotel or a restaurant that will let you guys have a banquet room, then you can still use the Bel Air Film Festival name." What she also told me that morning was that we sold 65 tickets, and if we sold 65 tickets, we could expect at least another 40 to 50 people to come to buy tickets a day at the show. Since we sold 65 tickets and Melody expected us to sell more at the door, we decided that we needed, if we were going to find a new location, we couldn't announce it. We didn't want to put a new press release out and start tweeting the new location. So instead, we came up with a plan to rent a party bus and transport the guests who were going to show up at UCLA, put them on the bus, not tell them where they were going, get them to the secret location, and screen the documentary. The reason we needed to keep it a secret is because we didn't know if Charles was going to send people to the theater to make sure that UCLA didn't screen us. And if we started announcing the new location, then they would get on the phone, call Charles. Charles would have his legal team contact the Soho House, where we ultimately screened the documentary. And we were successful in getting everybody who went to the theater onto the bus. Not one single person decided not to travel with us to the new location. So we felt that we were very successful in the coup of screening the documentary, despite the fact that Charles was trying to prevent us from doing so. So I owe these women at the La Femme International Film Festival and the Bel Air Film Festival a huge amount of thanks, because they showed chutzpah and courage under nasty, threatening legal documents. They didn't have to screen me. They have a film festival to run with hundreds of other films, and they just said, "Your film is just as important as every one of those other films. So we don't want any of the films to be canceled. So we're going to do whatever we can to make sure that you get to screen The Glamorous Lie. They did, and thank you so much to Melody and Leslie. Now we can put in our letters that it wasn't just Harlem who allowed us to screen the documentary, but we also had La Femme and Bel Air. We're looking forward to the next 6 screenings. One is on November 2nd, that is a secret for now, and then there's the Oaxaca Film Festival in Mexico. So we've notified Mexico of everything that's been happening with the film festivals to date, and they can't wait to receive their cease and desist letters. Right now they are saying that they're on our side, and no matter what, they're going to screen us. They don't have the same laws that we have, but they recognize a cease and desist letter from the CEO of Infor would generate tremendous press for them. So they are looking forward to receiving the cease and desist letter. So good luck to The Glamorous Lie.